Well, there is Luis Gones Meneses. Meneses, the Mexican boxer, making his way to the red corner. And making his way to the blue corner is England's Delicious ORIE. So Dave Alloway, the shaven-headed figure behind the face covering, just giving Delicious ORIE a slug of water. So the final instruction issued by Mr. Kabilan Sai, Ashok of India. And we are underway. What a blistering start by the man in the blue corner. Both of these boxers making their World Championship debut. It's between boxers from Mexico and England. The tattooed figure, bobbing and weaving his way forwards, is Luis Gomes of Mexico. 24 years of age, from Mexico City, competing in his first World Championships. So too is Delicious ORIE. He's also 24. The delectably named individual was actually born in Moscow. Here he is representing England on the global stage. Biggest bout in the careers of both men. See the difference in stature. ORIE measuring 1.98 meters tall, just short of 2 meters, around 6'6", and he possesses a terrific lead left jab. So Gomes is going to have to try and find a way inside that reach. And now he's here, he's got to get his hands free and try and target the long body of Delicious ORIE. But ORIE keeping his man at bay with that lead left hand, looks for the right cross. Wow, look at that, little pirouette performed by Gomes. Comes back with a left hook, but it's caught by the right glove of ORIE. Midway through the opening round, Gomes has sustained a damaged nose already because of the sharp lead left hand, such as that one from ORIE. There's a spearing right cross. He goes looking for it once again. Left jab is a scoring shot. And all of a sudden, Gomes, cutting a rather dispirited figure, saw him take a sharp intake of breath after being touched up by the lead left of ORIE, who is working that most basic punch beautifully. And again, they're not all heavy, they're not all flush, but they continue to touch up Gomes as he's trying to bob and weave his way inside, and it's an irritant, a nuisance. And it's disruptive as he tries to make his way inside. Gomes going for a big right uppercut, but it missed by some distance. ORIE keeping his composure, operating behind a low-held guard, chin rather up in the air, but he's backing the fact that he's well beyond punching distance at this juncture. So the nose damage sustained by Gomes causes the referee to call time. Just going to call for the intervention of the doctor, or he's dealt with it himself, our referee. But having done so, he has to have his gloves disinfected following the COVID-19 safety measures here in Belgrade. So approaching the final 30 seconds of the opening round, Delicious ORIE has boxed delightfully. And again, just continuing to flick out that lead left hand. And Gomes not able to get close to him, swinging and missing. And that is far more fatiguing than landing on your opponent. But Gomes, his punches starting from another neighborhood. Look at that, swinging and missing once again. Counter right hand is a beautiful shot from ORIE, up on his toes, pecking and poking away with that left jab. Absolutely beautiful boxing produced by Delicious Ori in his opening bout of Belgrade 2021. Difficult 3 minutes endured by Gomez as he slumps on his stool in the red corner. The team are going to have to get to work on that damaged nose. Lee Pullen with the instructions in the blue corner. Well, unanimously scored in favor of Delicious Ori, 10-9 across the board after 3 minutes of boxing. So some of the action from that opening round came out aggressively, did Gomez. But then Ori found his range with that left hand, and that's what he did all round long. Varying the power on it, varying the delivery of it. Wonderful variety on that jab, and how about that for a right hand at mid-range? So, into the second round then. Delicious Ori from the Jewelry Quarter Boxing Club in the West Midlands. And I first saw at the Haringey Box Cup when he took top spot on the podium, prevailing over Gideon Antwi. That was in 2018. And again, if you're in and around North London, I've said it before, not that I'm not on a retainer or a commission basis here, but it really is a fantastic tournament, the Haringey Box Cup. A whole host of rings in Alexandra Palace. And he's just AIBA Olympic-style boxing everywhere you turn. And if you look at the resumes of so many boxers who go on to do big things, and that's a right hand straight down the pipe from Ori, but again, just seemed to take some of the spirit away from Gomez. Bites down on his gum shield and gets back into punching range, only to be fed another left jab, followed by a spearing right cross, and the referee keeping a close eye on the boxing stance of Gomez, because these shots, he's plenty game, he's plenty tough, but he's being touched up repeatedly and simply cannot land a glove on Ori because he's way beyond punching distance. There's another right hand that dips his knees, and approaching the midpoint of this second round, well, Gomez could be getting ready to be taken out here. He's retreated to the ropes. He's waiting for his energy levels to recover, his senses to clear, because wonderful variety and accuracy is being demonstrated by Delicious Ori. As another left jab. Look at the increasingly pronounced effect the punches are having on Gomez now, stopping him in his tracks, and he's feeling them down to the soles of his boots. Another left right backs up the man in red. And another right hand around the corner, followed by a right hand by the retreating Delicious Ori. This is beautiful boxing by the man from the Jewelry Quarter. Commentator on his 2019 National Championship success, where again, it was Gideon Antwi in the other corner. Those two have got quite a rivalry. He's enjoyed British success as well. So again, all stepping stones. Now a member of the GB Olympic squad here representing England, of course, as he extends the lead left hand once again. Gomez reduced to swinging and missing. But he remains in there competing, and that's the most important thing, because again, in this division, one shot can change everything. Remember in the Battle of Olympians in New York City, Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. It was when Anthony Joshua went for the finish that Ruiz uncoiled a dynamite hook that put Joshua on unsteady legs, and ultimately the man who scored the first knockdown was put on the floor and ended up losing. That's what can happen in and around this weight class. So Ori, despite the control he has exhibited over the first 6 minutes of boxing, has got to remain concentrated, because this man remains dangerous. 10-8 across the board. A fair reflection of what was a beautiful 3 minutes of boxing produced by Delicious Ori. Some of the action then from the second round, and he produced some right crosses that dipped the knees and deflated the spirit of Gomez, did Ori. Uppercut through the middle, and then look at that one. Catching the man clean as we go into the third and final round. So Delicious Ori in complete control, but in Gomez, the man from Mexico, wearing red, as he takes an uppercut, left hook through the middle. The man is still dangerous because he's still on his feet, and he's going in search of the finishing shot that he needs, having conceded the first round unanimously 10-9. The second, another clean sweep, but that one was 10-8 as another solid right hand is thundered in by Ori, followed by repeated jabs, and that causes the referee to issue a standing 8 count. Gomez pounding his fist together in frustrated fashion, as the referee keeping a close watch on the man from Mexico. Well, again, Delicious Ori here representing England, but as part of the GB setup in the English Institute of Sport in Sheffield, he follows a magnificent line of super heavyweights in the 21st century. As again, Ori going about his man now, sensing that he's there for the taking. And again, Gomez betraying bad body language, backing away, he's complaining about a rabbit punch. One may have strayed around the rear of the head, but in the meantime, several were crashing off his chin. The referee taking a close look, allowing it to go on. Remember, a maximum of 3 standing counts permitted in any one round in AIBA Elite Open Boxing for men. But what a lineage Delicious Ori is following on from, all starting in the 21st century with Audley Hugh Harrison, who went down to Sydney Olympics as a 2-man team and came away with Olympic gold. That started the funding rolling from the British organizations. Amir Khan then followed, got a silver, but back to the heavyweights. David Price, medalist in Beijing. Another right hand crashes home for Delicious Ori. Then London 2012. Olympic champion Anthony Joshua, Olympic silver medalist Joe Joyce in 2016, and Fraser Clark, Olympic bronze, and an inside the distance victory scored by the latest British super heavyweight, rolled off the production line in Sheffield. Delicious Ori on his World Championship debut, stopping his fellow World Championship debutant Luis Gomez with a blistering assault that he has sustained throughout the third round. Wonderful boxing, softened his man up with the jab over the course of the first 2 rounds, brought the right hand into play in the second stanza. Dave Alloway and Lee Pullen, well, I think they're pleased behind those face coverings because their man, Delicious Ori, has opened his World Championship account in delightful fashion. A measured display of controlled boxing, variety, accurate punch picking, and then when he sensed his man was there for the taking, he was relentless. Here's the verdict. So Delicious Ori with a successful World Championship debut, scoring a 3rd round stoppage at the 2-minute 10 mark of the final round. Saw Delicious Ori at the hotel, and he said that he was eager to get underway, and my goodness, didn't he demonstrate his enthusiasm and skill there. It was yesterday we had a brief conversation. He said that he couldn't wait after having a relatively long wait. This the 4th day of the championships, remember. And he went to work at the expense of Gomez from Mexico. He just fired a salute and a thumbs up in our direction in the commentary box, as have Lee Pullen and Dave Alloway as they exit the Stark Arena, but we're going to see them again. Delicious Ori will be in action on the 31st of October in the afternoon session. And what a performance he put together, causing the referee from India to wave it off. Almost a punch-perfect display from Delicious Ori, keeping his man at bay, putting him under increasing pressure, and then taking him out in the 3rd and final round to go through to the 3rd preliminary round, the round of 16 in the men's